Welcome everyone to the series of recordings about Masaaki Imai's legacy. Today I have with me Bruno Fabiano, Business Unit Leader for Kaizen Institute Italy. Welcome, Bruno.
Thank you, Alex.
So Bruno, I would like to start just asking you a bit about Masaaki and how he influenced you. So I would like to understand how he impacted you before you met him and after you met him.
Thank you for the question. So before meeting Masaaki Imai, I was a management consultant. Let's say today I can say in a traditional way. Traditional way means that I was focusing more on tools and techniques than on people. And when I discovered this magic word, which is Kaizen, I realized that the real change is based on people. And so the main influence on my way of thinking was about the value of people in change things. So the only part of a company that can change are people.
So let's say that working with Masaaki, all the years that you've been with him, if you would have to summarize what is the Kaizen message that he left to you and to us, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
That change is possible every time. So his quote was 1% better every day. So every day is the most difficult thing is in continuous improvement, but it's possible, and in all his life he showed us that it's possible.
So if you talk about being 1% better every day, is something that it also impacted you in a personal way? Is also you feel that Masaaki also got this into your way of thinking or how you do things on a daily basis?
Yes. We in Italy, we invited him many years to have conferences, and every time he, let's say, told the stories or repeated some messages, there was some different message inside, so the different meaning. And this is a proof that he himself will improve every time. So in my case, improving means change the way we do business, the way we treat others, and face every problem as an opportunity. There is an important word in the Kaizen mindset, which is ansei. Ansei means self-reflection. Self-reflections means think what you did in the day, and don't judge, don't blame, just analyze, and try to find the lessons for you to be better in the future. And so this is the essence of Kaizen in everyday life.
So you mentioned also that Masaaki came to visit you in Italy, I understand, many times. Is there any specific memory that you have from those visits, some specific anecdote that you remember of him?
Yes, there are many, and one of them is about a very famous exercise that is standing in the circle. So in order to identify the flow of material and informations and people, he asked one person to stand in a circle which is drawn on the floor. And that was just, let's say, an exercise on the book. But once he did really. So we were in a company, there were the owners, two brothers of the company, and with a chalk in the hand, he made the circle in the floor and put one of the owner in the circle and asked, okay, what do you see? And what was incredible was the face of this person, the high-level person, that changed because he realized that it was not just a joke or a story, but it was a real point to look in details what happened in his company that he knows since many years. And so this change in the people is what I remember, activated by an action. So this is the magic of Kaizen. Do something that changes how people behave.
So I guess that's one of the most kind of highlight moments that you have in a visit to your clients. There are any other moments that personally you remember that when Masaaki came to Italy, visited some of your clients or been in some conferences, that you remember really as a highlight of what he left to you?
Yes. I can add another memory, which is about a visit in the company. When he come to the company, usually there is the supervisor or the management who is proud to tell the story, the improvement that they have done. And many times he comes to Italy and visited twice a company, because he visited the same company maybe 10 years before. So he remembered the people, or remembered the company. And what impressed me is that he make usually 2 or 3 questions. So skip the manager, go to the operator or the person in the office and ask directly what is the last improvement that they made. So if you think this is a powerful question, because it means that this operator is aware of a continuous improvement and know what is the last improvement that has been done in his department, in his area. And after that, he asks a second question, which is, what is the next improvement? Next improvement means that if the operator knows, is a part of the continuous improvement in the company. And so this is amazing, because it's the essence of strategy deployment. So if you go to the shop floor, to Gemba, and have people who knows exactly where they are, what is the last movement in terms of change that they did, and the next one means that they are moving in the same direction like the company. And so this is an example that impressed me, because just with 2 questions he was able to check if what the management told about strategy deployment, KPIs and so on was true or just a fake story.
Also checking, I understand, the culture of the company, right? If all the people was involved in every part of the organization and doing the things every day, and I understand that also, like, if you do things every day, you have a plan for the next day, right?
Exactly.
So now that we mentioned this and we are talking about Gemba operators and management and how both actually relate to the concept of Kaizen, is there anything, now looking at the management side, that actually Masaaki teach you in that way of the role of management in organizations regarding Kaizen?
Yeah, he was used to speak about the role of management using stories or a joke. In this case, the joke that he used was about the English breakfast. So in English breakfast, you see there are eggs and there is bacon. And what happens is that the eggs are made by the chicken. So the chicken made the eggs and then go away. But the bacon means that you have to leave a part of yourself in the breakfast. And so the role of the management is like the pig. So to be engaged, not just involved. In our, let's say in a modern view, that means that the management must build the context where people can have success in improvement and in business. So the main role is to make a company performing better than competitors, and to make a company that people want to belong to. So these are the main goals for a manager in a modern company that is able to improve day by day, involving as much people as possible in his staff.
Mm-hmm. So actually, if you would have, looking at all these topics that we are discussing, to actually summarize what is the most important thing that Masaaki Imai passed on to you, what would it be? What would be that one thing that you say, that is actually the message I got from him?
Yeah, when I was younger, my fear was to be not ready, to have not enough knowledge about all the processes, all the industries that we face in our work. And I remember one of his sentences was, when you are in trouble, go to Gemba and have a good look. So don't try to have all the answers inside you, but go to Gemba, meet people, and find together the information, the data that you miss. And this is, if you reflect, a simple way to solve problems, because it's a recipe to a method to gather the information that you need to solve the problem. So the main lesson is this one: go to Gemba, respect people, because when you go to Gemba you meet people who is working, who is worrying about some problems, some defects, some errors, and came out with some solution, some idea, and the solution must be simple. So you cannot complicate the problem. The solution must be simple. So simple, Gemba, people. This is...
Great, Bruno. So we're reaching the end. I have one last question to you, which I actually do to all the people who I have with me talking about Masaaki Imai. And I think that is a bit of the summary of all what he left to us. So that's what I actually want to ask you. What is, in your opinion, Masaaki Imai's legacy? What did he leave us in Kaizen Institute, but also to the world?
I think the main lessons and so on, the legacy is the simplicity lesson. The first book in Italy that was Kaizen was a common sense guide to management that was not well accepted by the management community in Italy because common sense, it seemed too simple. But at the end, it means rely on people, rely on the power of ideas and use it to make the company better every day.
Bruno, thank you so much for sharing with me this time and also sharing your insights about Masaaki Imai. And now talking to the audience, just to remind you that we will keep doing this series of recordings about Masaaki Imai's legacy. So stay tuned and see you soon.